tonight reviewing, although I've already had a couple of sherbets, but there we go, Schneider Weisse, the original Weisse beer. German, basically a German wheat beer, for being brutal. 5.4%, nice strength. So let's get it poured out, and I've had an email klaxon. Fucking hell, says lag is shit. Let's hope the lagginess sorts itself out, because that's annoying. I can see my lips moving and they're not moving in sync. What's that about? Good evening. Just read your yeah, I thought I'd give it a few days, let everyone have a few days of peace. So yeah, just read your message about the ginger IPA. So that sounds awesome. Can't wait to see that coming out. So yeah, Schneider Weisse, or Weisse, depending on how you pronounce it. Looks like an amber pour to me, whitehead. Typical wheat beer aroma, banana and cloves and whatnot. Did anybody watch the fucking hell, that lagging's getting on my tits. Did anybody watch the good evening? Is it? Ah, yes, definitely a big head on it. Did anybody watch the American, you know, the Biden's inauguration? Wow, don't the Americans go over the top? And I'm a fraction of a second out. I can see it when I'm talking, pissing me off. No, but his speech was good. You know, I mean, you can tell from his speech and from how it's played that the lady, Kamala Harris, they are going to make her the next president, or try to at least. And I think that's a good thing for America. America needs to sort themselves out. You can't have a fascist, racist bloke in charge of the country who bullshits. I know, fucking hell. Trump's a disgrace. I thought he was, you know, at the start of it. Good evening. Fine, you know, it's been I've had 2 days of working in the piss pouring rain, but oh Lord, that'd be great. Yeah, 2 days of working in the rain, but I've got brand new wellies. I got my waterproofs on, and I'm jet washing with an umbrella, holding an umbrella as I'm jet washing in the rain. But cracking day, to be fair, and I've nearly cracked it as well, which is always the good thing. You know, with any job, you want to see the back of it, don't you? So I've done a review of a Japanese beer. Good evening. That'll be coming online tonight. This fella, I've reviewed that, and it's coming online a bit later. Then I thought I'll do a live review, and then I'm about to start the live review. He does look old, doesn't he? He does. 78 years old. Fucking hell, I hope I make it that long. I missed that comment. Let's have a look. No, I didn't in the end. No, they were proper wankers though. And this was at the Park Estate. So when I was at the Park Estate, I worked for a company called Nurture Landscapes, the second biggest landscape company in the UK. They were the ones doing the Nottingham's Park Estate. Good evening. And the contract, they didn't want the contract, so they got rid of the contract. This company called Space Care took over, and Space Care sounds like you know, something to do with NASA, but it wasn't. And they were awful, god awful. Yeah, I need to sort that out. I need to get some beers sorted out. I will have a look and get those beers sorted. Yeah, I liked his speech though. His speech. Oh, am I back? Yes. Yeah, Trump Biden's speech. At least it was about unity, bringing back, because America is a disgrace at the moment. I mean, whether you agree or disagree with Trump, is bullshitting and his blatant lies. You know, Yeah, they're in a right mess. And you know, the West needs a leader that's not a bullshitter. Good evening. Yeah, so I did a review earlier, and then a mate's come round to pick up a air conditioning unit that my son had. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope he's better. Let's hope the lady that's at the side of him will make him better. Oh shit! Fucking hell! That's a. And we sold Borough that him with the dreadlocks. Can't remember his fucking name now. Footballer. No, it's gone. Yeah, we sold him one of our players. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, America needs to sort themselves out, you know. But then same in this country, you know, the rich need to help the poor. Those who are beyond rich need to help. I swear YouTube gets worse. 5.4% for this, and they're calling it I don't know. It's I think it's at YouTube's end because yes, there's a few imperial stouts on the channel. Yeah, even my own one that I brewed, the Love Brewing one. I think so. I think, you know, we're looking at Easter, aren't we? I think we're looking as far as Easter before this lockdown ends and normality starts to reappear. And you know, if they carry on with these vaccines going at this pace, I think you'll see an amazing amount of people vaccinated. And don't forget that there's a massive amount of the population that have probably have COVID. I mean, I was listening to Radio Nottingham this morning, and a virologist, see you later, a virologist on there was saying that the coronavirus was in China in November last year. At Christmas, my sister-in-law was very ill with some sort of bug. Straight after Christmas, my other sister-in-law's husband was in intensive care in hospital with some unknown, illness. Thought it was pneumonia very similar to coronavirus. And we all came down with this bloody nasty bug. And, you know, I think it was there much earlier than they realise. And in my daughter's workplace, somebody in her workplace, I'm sure it's her workplace, somebody actually either had it and died from it or had it. I can't remember, 100%. But so I think it was there much earlier than what they say. Much earlier. All on when it fucks off, personally. Getting back to pubs, getting back to restaurants and cinema, because there's a shitload of good films that are waiting to be released that won't release until the cinemas are open. So getting back to doing all that, it's going to cost you a fortune. Yeah, it's a good thing no one wants to go on foreign holidays this year, because we'll all be in England, either going to the pub, going on beer festivals, cinema, restaurants, and maybe going to the beach. Definitely. And there's a couple of beer festivals I've got lined up this year. One at Hucknall. Yeah, hopefully they'll get it sorted. Valhalla. I want to go to Flamingo Land for their new 10 inversion roller coaster, a better version of Colossus at Thorpe Park. Paulton's Park, they've got their new land, new roller coaster, new rides. Alton Towers have got their new David Walliams dark ride. Drayton Manor, yeah, they've got fuck all. Apart from going into, yeah. Hopefully they'll open the Rapids. And yeah, try not to. Thorpe Park's a very good park, but not good for, not the greatest park for kids. If, like, say it's you and your missus, great. Kids, not so much. Yeah, Flamingo Land. I absolutely rate Flamingo Land. I think it's one of the best theme parks in the country, especially if you can get an hotel or something nearby. You can rent off one of their caravans, and it sounds expensive when you go on their site. Stealth's amazing. Not as good as Portaventura's, well, the Ferrari Land, Red Force. That's a bit bigger, quite a bit bigger, and a bit faster as well. But it's still a good ride for the UK. Swarm at Thorpe Park is good. They've got some good rides. They've got a couple of crappy ones as well, mind you. But yeah. The only thing I find with Thorpe Park is that you get so many Muppets. Yeah, I love Flamingo Land. Top class park. Yeah, basically it's very similar. It's the tallest ride in Europe. So I think it's 330 foot high. If memory serves me correctly. It may be a bit either way. It's 112. Is it miles per hour or kilometers? I think it's miles per hour. Yeah, because Formula Rossa is 149 miles an hour. I think it's 112 miles an hour. But it is an amazing ride. As for Lightwater Valley, yeah, I wanted to go there. Then last year, that lad with autism was on the mouse coaster, the spinny mouse, and came off and dropped 30 feet or something. Never heard anything more about it. So hopefully he's alive. Hopefully he's doing well. You know, I've got a son with autism as well, and it scares the shit out of you. You know, that happening to somebody on a ride. Whether he came out of his, I don't know, you know, or he forced himself out of the seatbelt or whatever the ride's got on it. You know, scary. I know that ride's gone now, which can't be good for any theme park, because to lose a roller coaster, Drayton Manor have had the same issue. To lose a roller coaster is a killer. Oh, good. Good evening. So for me, a typical wheat beer for me, you get the bananas, cloves, into spice. 5.4%, nice strength. Oh, good. You know, they want a lot on the news about it. It's funny because the one at Alton Towers, there was tons on the news. Good evening. And, you know, the accident at Alton Towers with the Smiler, tons of news. The one at Flamingo Land, there was a bit of news on the first day, and that was it. And you're like, you know, and as a parent with an autistic child, you know, you see this and it brings it home to you. And luckily, my boy, he's actually 1.4 meters now, so he's actually at the perfect ride height. Which means this year, we've already went to Alton Towers last year. He went on all the big rides, bar Smiler, because Smiler just, I can't stand it. It gives you such a bloody headache. But he went on the other rides and he had a great day. And that was in the middle of all this rubbish. And, you know, 2 meters apart in the queues. And, yeah, it was fantastic. 40, I tell you what, it's 14 inversions, but it gives you such a bloody headache. Wicker Man. Good evening. Wicker Man, much better ride. The best wooden roller coaster in the UK. Although they reckon Megaphobia down in Wales is probably the better one, but I don't know. Wickerman's really good. You go on that, then you go on the Blackpool roller coasters. Oof. Yeah. Well, Galactica. Well, it was called Air, then it was called Galactica with the VR, and then they've stopped using the VR. Yeah, Nemesis still there, still riding. I tell you what, went on it 6 times in one day last year. Last year, no. And amazing. It was riding, it's one of them rides where you get your arms out, and you feel safe. Rides where I go on the ride and I'm like this, holding on for dear life, thinking I'm going to die. They're the rides you don't really want to go on because you're worried. But that ride, fully arms out, totally enjoying it. Although, to be fair, when I was there that day, I did the same on all the rides. Maybe it's a coronavirus thing where you think, fuck it, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die, fuck it. You never know, do you? And today, 1,825 dead from coronavirus today. That's fucking scary. Well, probably yesterday, but that's scary, scary numbers. I mean, shit. Yesterday was 1,625. Fucking hell. I mean, the numbers just, it's a wake-up call, isn't it? And then you still get idiots in supermarkets walking around. Yeah. But the vaccine takes 2 or 3 weeks to work, and you're not fully, good evening, you're not fully, the numbers are silly. You're not fully, with the vaccine, it's only when you get the second vaccine, second dose, or you basically 95% proof. That's if you already haven't got the antibodies anyway, because they reckon 1 in 8 of us has already had it anyway. It's a strange old world. Yeah, I mean, if you get run over by a car and your class as a COVID death, that's bollocks, that is. I mean, fuck's sakes. Dolly Parton vaccine. Big blonde hair and big tits. That's a good vaccine, that is. It's funny though. Since, and have you found out now, have you found yourselves that since this COVID thing comes out and you're washing your hands more and all this rubbish, oh good, that since you wash your hands more, since you're more careful, I've not had a cold/flu at all this winter. I've had no symptoms, nothing. I mean, I've had to go for a shit in the morning, but that's probably because of the beer from the night before. But I've had no illnesses this last year at all, basically. And it does make you wonder that whether being more careful has stopped you getting more germs. I think so, yeah. Virtual chat. Sometimes, I mean, like me, I work on my own all day at the moment. And to be honest, if you start feeling ill, you're shitting yourself, aren't you? You think, so, fuck's sakes. I mean, last night I came home and I was on the settee for 2 hours, fucking shivering. I got my thermals on, I got a fleece around me, and I'm shivering on the settee. And there's no reason for it, but I'm absolutely shivering. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, is this it? And you never know. And then when you read the news, you think, oh, shit. And it puts the fear of God in you. Now today, totally different. I'm pretty warm today. And it does worry you. Oh, yeah. Hand sanitizer. My wife, before COVID, my wife who does cakes, I need to get something better for when it's wet. But my wife, who does cakes, she buys gloves, you know, obviously to be totally, you know, for cleanliness. Before COVID, £2.99 for a box of 100 or 200, whatever it was. After COVID, £8.99. And this is from like B&M Bargains. And they don't rip people off. They sell it at cheap as chips. But just goes to show you how the demand and the price went silly. Jet washing, paving areas. So they haven't been done for 3 years, so I've been told. And they were bastards. I've seen Summer Tonight's Emmerdale. Yeah. I try to go dry. I've done some dry. I've done a few dry reviews, but on the whole, it's more wet. Bless you. Why the hell are you watching Coronation Street anyway? Although, I hope that bloke who's the tosser who raped that young girl, or tried to rape that young girl, I hope he gets his comeuppance. And I'd like to smack the fucker myself, you know, give him a good hiding myself. What's his name? I don't know his name. But the hotel bloke, whatever his name is. But yeah, I'd like to give him give him a few rounds myself. So basically, anything on the back wall, I'm trying to get out of the way. Well, I'm trying to vary the reviews. Yeah. I'm trying to vary the reviews because I have, yeah. Obviously, got a lot of beers by a lot of different people, and I'm trying to mop up different, just to make it more interesting. You know, reviews by different breweries, and you know, and luckily for me, I have got a lot of different beers on the wall. Plus, I want to get it lowered down, so I've only got a maximum of probably 100 or so beers. I think for me, that's where it needs to be. I think he has, yeah. When I walked in and the ceiling's down in the kitchen, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh. So after this, yeah, it was this. So the bottle's solid again now, and it's basing, and it's a wild basing. It's a classic lime, and it's solid. The bloody bottle's solid again, and it's a draft boozy water, and to be honest, I didn't really like it. It wasn't really my cup of tea. Luckily, I didn't pay for it, so it didn't really bother me. But you know, yeah, it wasn't very nice at all. And this boozy water, sparkling water fad that's out there at the moment, it's and a lot of the big companies are throwing their weight behind it, so it's obviously quite the trend. It's not my cup of tea. I mean, boozy water, fuck's sakes. I'd rather drink beer. And I've done a few reviews, 3 or 4 reviews of it, but yeah, the hard seltzer. Yeah, I think it's more for you. I think it's aimed at people wanting to lose calories. Yeah, it's aimed at people the yuppie / trendy generation that want to appear to be cool. It's aimed straight at them. Only problem is pubs aren't open, so it's not really aiming at any fucker at the moment. It's in the shops. There's lots of it in the shops. There's loads of it in the shops. I mean, my wife, I just can't get my head round alcohol-free spirits. I thought I bought it. I got it from low cost beer. I know I did. I'm sure I did. Yeah, put that. I just missed that comment then. Yeah, I'm not that keen on them. Exactly. Yeah, we need beer. We need beer in our lives. We don't need water. I'll neck it at some stage, you know. I'll just drink the flipping bottle at some stage. But yeah, it's not one for me. It's even the lime. I could taste the lime, but there was no sweetness. So it was a very, yeah, the taste was very not nice. I was trying to be nice on the review. Obviously, on reviews, I try to be positive. I don't want to come across as negative. No, she wouldn't drink that. Yeah, she wants stuff that tastes nice. She'd drink that and think, oh, it's disgusting. Low cost beer, 2 or 3 days. They are really good. With low cost beers on their Facebook page today. Yeah, definitely worse than prune juice. On their Facebook page today, they've got a load of new beers coming in next week. So if anybody's looking at doing an order, keep an eye on their website next week. Loads of new beers, whether it's draft or in can. Very interesting. For me, one of the best companies I've dealt with. And the bloke in charge, he's a sound lad. As for Nottingham pubs, for me, keep away from Nottingham city centre. Too many lads trying to, you know, scrap with you. Near me in Arnold, I live in Sherwood, but in Arnold, a couple of a mile and a half away, we've got a Lincoln Green pub, Little John and Robin Hood. We've got a Blue Monkey organ grinder pub, and we've got Micro pub in Daybrook. I forgot the fucking name of it. Abdication. Closest local. Oh, closest would be the Sherwood Manor, but that's a Green King pub. And to be honest, it's yeah, Green King beers. You get 2 lots of Green King IPAs and maybe Abbott Ale. It's not that great. Yeah, I like low cost, you know. But these days, all beer shops and beer websites are delivering well quick. I mean, me at the moment, I'm not buying anything. I'm not brewing anything. Oh, I've got the wine in the house. I need to put the stabilizer in, and then get it into, then put the finings in, and then let it rest, let it mature. But I'm in no hurry. You know, it's wait till next week. Don't do it tomorrow. Give it a week. Wait till next week. Keep looking at the site. When all that new stuff comes online, then order. Yeah, don't do it tomorrow. There'll be a lot of new beers. Some beers you've never seen before. Maybe. Yeah, I won't do it this week. If I was going to put an order in for any beers, I'd do it next week. Or I'll at least wait until they come, you know. Keep an eye on the website, because there's sometimes they update their website and all of a sudden there's like 20 new beers that you've never had, and it's like, shit, I've got no bloody money and there's 20 new beers, which is usually the case for me. Vocation have got some lovely beers in. I still haven't tried that Imperial, that Curse beer of theirs. But I'm trying to run the beer wall down a bit. So I'm trying not to do too many beer orders. Plus trying to keep if I can keep the levels down to three shelves of beer, and then the top shelf with just glasses on, I reckon that's pretty decent, especially for the summer months. but whether I will. Ooh, the Mangrove Jacks with the hops. Put the bloody hop. Buy a pair of Basics tights or some cheapo tights. Put the hops in the tights. Tie the hops up. Chuck that in. Makes it so much easier. Well, from my Sainsbury's days, I've probably got about 100 different beer glasses, and I've gave shitloads away. It does, you know. You go out to the every time I go in a shop, I see a new beer, I buy it. Any shop I go in, you know, if there's a new beer, Home Bargains, B&M, the 6 supermarkets, I buy it. And then when I've got some pennies, I'll have a look at the online stuff and I'll buy. So I'll either go to somewhere like Adventure Beer, Low Cost Beer, and maybe even sometimes like Drink Supermarket. And then sometimes even I went to Beers of Europe. I mean, I went there, but it's a nice site, lots of beers, but they seem to, you know, they don't seem to respond back. Yeah, definitely use something for them hops, because when it comes to filtering, it's just shit. Fucking hell, back on again. So yeah, for reviewing beers, supermarket beers for me are the best ones to review, because the majority of the population can get to a supermarket. Asda's selection is shit at the moment, and it has been for some time. They have not updated their beer section for about a year and a half, and it really shows. Obviously, you're not going to get rid of the old range, but snowing, oh fuck's sake, don't want that shit. I don't want another Thursday with snow. I had last Thursday, that was shit. Although this Thursday, I'm well prepared. Wellies, full waterproofs, and even an umbrella. Yeah, because for me, you know, I come from a poor background, and so yeah, I've got decent new wellies, and my feet have been lovely and dry all week. Makes such a difference. Dry feet, hat on, keep warm. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, we don't want any of that. But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, supermarket beers. It's for me, you know, I want to review beers that we can all try. I don't want to review beers, I mean, apart from like a one-off, like the Brewmeister. I want to review beers that, you know, are cheap and cheerful so we can all get. And that's, in my opinion, that's the best way to be. Because the vast majority of the population will be drinking cheap stuff. They won't want the expensive stuff. No one wants to pay £10 or £15 for a bottle. Well, the majority of people won't. I certainly don't either. Oh. So, yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, definitely. I ain't decided what yet. I need to do a recce beforehand, but I will let you know via the community page thing that's on YouTube. So for me, well, I paid 40 quid for a beer. That was expensive. I wouldn't really pay that again. I would pay up to 14 quid for a bottle of beer if it was a certain strength, that's for sure. So, a very nice wheat beer, full of the normal wheat, but you know what you expect from wheat beer: cloves, banana, wheat, and good strength. Absolutely wallop me. This strength has 5.4%. Yeah, certainly good strength. Good evening. No, but I like their they do some nice beers in their kits. Yeah, I think with anything with beers, you don't mind paying over the odds for something that's of a certain strength. What I don't like doing is buying a beer. It's say from a shop on the internet, and it's like £6, and it's only 4%, and you think £6 for a 4% beer? Fuck that. Yeah, that's a good price for that. And you know, you understand that breweries need to survive. You know, we all understand that. But paying silly money for beer, no, I don't do it. And I try to keep well away from them beers. You know, I look at the percentage of the beer and I'm thinking, right, that's fair. Obviously, I understand about supermarket prices. Most of us do. Definitely, yeah. Which is why at Christmas I paid £39, no, £36 or something along them lines for 4 imperial stouts that were 10.5% each. But it was a treat. You don't mind paying for treats. So anyway, this beer, I better end the review because I'm absolutely bursting for a week, and I can't have no piss breaks in this review. A really nice German wheat beer. One, supposedly the original German wheat beer. Definitely. Out of 5. Well, great taste, good aroma. I've got a Japanese beer that's going. That is so fucking annoying. Just about to kill the review off, and the review kills itself off. So out of 5, for me, about a 4.4 out of 5. A really nice beer. And from Germany as well. Yeah. We won 2 world wars, but they've got some nice beers. And that's it for this review. Better go inside, because if I don't, I'm going to piss myself. And you didn't really need to know that, but yeah. And hopefully there's no ladies watching. And watch some lady pop up now later, you know, and say, yeah, I'm watching. And you're like, oh, shit. Yeah. Luckily, I've got the next to the shed, but the toilet's not too far away. Thankfully, as soon as I walk in the back door, there's the toilet. Right. It's been great tonight. You know, it's nice to do live reviews because you get that interaction. Talking to the camera on your own, it's a killer. And that's it for this review. Before I piss myself, thanks for watching. See you soon. Oh, need a wee.